Tom Hartnett Jr. is a real estate appraiser in Mount Pleasant and the son of former United States Congressman Tom Hartnett Sr. And now, Tom Jr. wants to take his experience in politics and real estate to the Charleston County Register of Deeds office. In this edition of Quintin's Close-Ups, I sit down with Tom Jr. one-on-one. And be sure to download the free Quintin's Close-Ups app in your Apple or Google Play stores. Tom Hartnett, it is so good to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, Quintin.
I appreciate this.
No, thank you. I appreciate you interviewing me.
Anytime. I know that you were trying to catch up with me at the Charleston County Republican Party Black History Banquet Wednesday, and that was a great event, but so many people.
I was really surprised at the turnout. It was just amazing. It was a very good crowd.
Yeah, thank God for that.
Yes,
that was a fun event. And even before then, you announced on Facebook this on February 23rd. You said the following to your friends, quote, "I'm excited to announce that I'm running for Charleston County Register of Deeds. I hope that I can count on your support in the upcoming elections." Tom, tell me this. What was attractive about the Register of Deeds office?
I am a real estate appraiser and a realtor here in Charleston. My family's had a real estate company in town since 1947. We are one of the oldest family-owned real estate companies in Charleston. I use what I may refer to it as the RMC office. I am not quite used to the new name change yet to ROD. They changed it from Register of Domestic Conveyance to Register of Deeds first of the year. But I use their website on a daily basis for work. It's where I research my deeds, I research my sales, I pull deeds, I pull plats. And I was frustrated one day with the website. I was having a little trouble trying to find some deeds and some information, and I just started looking through the website. And I noticed that Mr. Librand was no longer there, and that there was a seat, the seat was going to be open for this upcoming election. And after some thought and conversations with my wife, I decided that I think I want to run for this position. It's something I'm familiar with as a user or as a customer. Of course, I'm not the insider of the office, but I feel like that there are things that need to be improved on, that could be improved on, and I'd like to see what I can do in giving back to the community.
And you talk about inside the office and things you want to improve in the office if you're elected. Let me talk to you about something that everyone's talking about, and that is the records at the RMC office.
Yes, sir.
When that sticks out in your mind, what do you say?
I think the Charleston County RMC office, please excuse any of the other RMC offices, or ROD offices, I think that we have the best records, the most accessible records. With the access to records online with Berkeley and Dorchester County, it can be somewhat frustrating. The recording of the deeds at Charleston County, from what I have seen and from speaking with real estate attorneys that are friends of mine, that this is one of the smoothest run offices. It's always the easiest one to make sure that your records have been recorded.
Sure.
When I think of records, I think of the access to the records, and it makes me think of work, to be honest with you.
Mm. Wow. And obviously another big topic right now in the Charleston County region in generality is growth.
Yes, sir.
When you think of that, what goes through your mind?
I think, and I may upset some developers and others by saying this, but the growth is so fast and so rapid that I think that we're losing a little bit of what everybody was coming here for. I think that growth is good. It brings a lot of different people in. It brings a lot of different opinions, a lot of different backgrounds. It's giving us a more blended society than just the old Charleston, here we are mentality. You've got people from the Midwest, you've got people from the North, and we all have different values. We all love family, we all love God, but we all have a different way of raising our families and going about believing in God. And I think it's good. It's giving my children a different experience. It's allowing them to meet people with different backgrounds, and I think it's a good thing. I think it should. I don't, as a local, as a person that grew up here, I feel like it's almost too fast and too rapid. Mm-hmm. I would like to have the old Charleston back, but I like what's going on with the new Charleston.
Yes, indeed. And you know, when Charlie Lybrand was in office, right towards the tail end of his election time many years ago, there was a big controversy about the fund.
Correct. There was a fund, and I understand that his opponent at the time was calling it a slush fund.
Right.
One of the things that is very good about that fund that existed, and this is coming to me from attorneys that are in the industry that I've spoken to. In an instance, if you send in a deed to Dorchester County or to Berkeley County and you are $1 off, or if you've miscalculated the recording fee by just a few cents, right, they won't allow you to say, okay, well, can I put it on a credit card? Right. Can I send you another check? No. They return the entire deed back to you, all the documents, back to the closing attorney. The closing attorney at that point has to make out a new check, send the documents back in. Well, that can run into problems where if you've got somebody trying to do something that shouldn't be done, if they're trying to double up on their mortgages or they're trying to get a second mortgage, it's the mortgages take the first position by what was recorded first. Right. And in that time that it takes for the offices to send those deeds back and get them back from the attorney, there's a big gap, a big window of time in there, and that gives others an opportunity with which to kind of sneak in and circumvent that first mortgage position or that first deed position. With Charleston County has the fund set up, and the fund is it is taken from where somebody paid too much for their recording fee. Instead of refunding the $1, $2, whatever it could be to them, they keep that money in a fund with which they use in the instance where somebody might have been short $1 or $2 or $3 on the recording of the fee. Instead of taking the time to send the deed back to them and wait on it, they pull from that fund and go ahead and record that deed. So the deeds the fund allows deeds to be recorded in a timely manner if there has been a mistake made on the behalf of the closing attorney, or it could be an individual that is not using a closing attorney that's going about to try and do it themselves. So I think that the fund is a good thing. I think that yes, there should be. I believe it's being overseen now, or it's being audited. So people are watching the fund. I would not want to do away with the fund in this case because I think that it serves a very good purpose.
That brings me to my next question. What is the state of real estate in Charleston County in your mind?
I think that it's catching up to, if not surpassing, what it was in levels of the market collapse. The existing home sales don't seem to be as fast or as rapid as new home sales, but the market is showing appreciation almost across the board. We've got people moving here every day. Property values are on the rise, and I think we've got a strong market. People want to be here.
Sure. And obviously, that particular office has a challenge, like we just talked about with the records. But is technology enough?
No. Technology is good, but the people make the difference. You have to have the people there. Every time I've gone into the RMC office, if I've had trouble finding things, the staff has always been as helpful as they can be. Mr. Lybrand did a fantastic job with helping steer it in the direction of the new technology. I would like to continue to build on what he established, or what was established under his leadership. But the people are essential, and you can't talk to a computer.
That's true. Let me get back to you. Okay. Obviously, you just mentioned this, but you're a real estate appraiser at Hartnett Realty Company.
Yes, sir.
And obviously, this is home, College of Charleston.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Stop right there. Who was Tom as a college student?
Tom is a college student. I graduated from Bishop England, which sat right here on the spot of this library. I was not a very focused college student. I was not the best student in the world. I met my wife in college, and she helped me to focus on what I needed to do, but yet that wasn't enough. I wound up leaving the college about halfway through my junior year. My wife and we were still dating at the time, and bills were more than I could handle, and it was time to go into the workforce. So I left the college my junior year, went into the workforce, and worked for 20 years. I was married, got married to my wife during that time away from school, and I was working on the waterfront industry. I left the real estate industry in the mid-1990s. I wanted to change. Went into work on the docks, worked on the waterfront industry for quite some time, and then I sort of transitioned back away from the docks. As I started having children, the docks were demanding more of the time, just the hours were odd hours, midnight, all the way around the clock. And I didn't have the time that I wanted to be able to spend with my, at the time, growing family. I left the waterfront industry, went back into the real estate industry, and when I went back into the real estate industry, I went back to college. Wound up finishing. I'm a 2009 graduate of the College of Charleston.
When I was getting in here.
Yeah, I always laugh because one of my professors that taught me my last class, it was a historic preservation class here at the College of Charleston, actually graduated with me from high school. And of course it was one of the large auditorium setting classes, and Professor Rockwell asked me, he said, "Mr. Hartnett?" I said, "Yes, Professor." And he said, "Mr. Hartnett, will you be attending our 20th high school reunion this summer?" And that just kind of, that hurt, but it was funny. So I found that after being away from college and coming back to college, I had more of an appreciation for my education. I was much more focused on my education, and I became a better student as I grew older.
Wow. Let me get back to the Register of Deeds office, because obviously you're going to go out and talk to voters one-on-one, knocking on their doors. But what will you tell them about what you'll do on day one in office?
What I would do on day one in office is a very good question. What I would probably do, I would want to learn from the people that are there. I would want to learn what has made, in their opinions, what has made this office stand out as the best Register of Deeds office in the Tri-County area. What has it been that y'all have seen improve over the last 20 years that have made it better, and what can we do to better improve the office in the opinion of the employees and the people that are there? You need to be able to listen to the people. Listen to their ideas. You don't want to come in, if I had any ideas of my own right now, I wouldn't want to come in and try and force things down people's throats. That I would want to see what makes this work and what do you think we could do to make it work better, and start from that point on. I've spoken with, like I said, real estate attorneys. I've seen, just in my own instance, from using the website, things that I feel could be improved on. One of my old college roommates and a good friend of mine is a surveyor. He's constantly recording plats, and they have ideas as to what can be done. And I'd like to get from everybody's opinion, from the inside and from the outside, what can we do? What can we do to improve the Charleston County Register of Deeds office?
Wow. It's to be continued.
To be continued, yes, sir.
Tom Hartnett, thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate this.
Quintin, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to meet you. Congratulations on your North Star Award.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate it. It's very heavy, too.
Yeah, man. Yeah.